Welcome back, my fellow humans, to Scatter Love Tarot. I truly appreciate you all joining me for another pick a card reading. Today we are going to get a pep talk from the universe, from source, from spirit, from God, whatever it is that you call the greater power that created us. And we're going to see what comes through. This is going to be direct messages for you guys, like guidance and what it is you can pay attention to. We'll just see whatever it is that comes out on each individual pile. If these readings are resonating with you guys, please hit that thumbs up button down below. Subscribe to the channel and set that notification bell. And I just want to take a moment here to say thank you so much to anyone and everyone that has supported me in any one way, shape, or form. Whether you guys have liked the channel, subscribed to the channel, shared any of my videos, commented, or if you guys have donated, just understand that none of this is a requirement, an obligation. It is just truly a blessing and an honor that there are those of you guys out there that are giving this time, energy, and effort to support me. And I just want to take a moment to say thank you. If you guys are new here, welcome. We are human on this channel, so we're free to be human here. I pray that this is an open space for you guys. And with that being said, thank you to all of my returning subscribers as well. Let's go ahead and get into our prayer for this reading. We'll light up the incense here and take a moment to take a couple of deep breaths. Okay. My beloved source, I just want to say this prayer over any and all who join me in this time, in this space, allowing me their beautiful energy and the ability to connect with them, their guides, and their angels. And my prayer is that anybody who does join us in this space, even if it's for 1 second or if it is for the entire time, may they be blessed by your unconditional acceptance and love, and may they come into a space of unconditional acceptance and love for themselves, remembering that they are the creators of their journey, they are the masters of their destiny, that they have acute intuition and incredible discernment. They just but need to choose to tap into these abilities and these skills, which they all have. And may everyone that is here know that no matter what happens in life, they are still loved, they are supported, and they are so worthy of anything and everything that they ask for. As these words are spoken over my tribe and my fellow humans here on this video, so shall they be. Amen, aho, ase. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Awesome, and let's get this in its stand here. They make the sticks all curved sometimes. There we go. I got it. All right. Let's get to go. All right. So we're going to get one from my Sacred Rebels Oracle. This is the deck that I use to talk to my ancestors sometimes. So I figured that this would be a good deck to get some messages, not only from your spirit guides, but your ancestors, from source directly. So let's give it one shuffle here. And I just love this deck. I just love the images on this deck. The artist that they got for this deck is just incredible. So let's ask for pile number 1. What's the pep talk? What oracle card will help us understand the pep talk for pile number 1, source? What is the oracle card for pile number 1? What will help us understand the pep talk for pile number 1, source? For pile number 1. There it is. Okay. And for pile number 2, you all are flying out like crazy right now. Okay, I didn't even have a chance to ask. Source is like, I'm on it. Okay, for pile number 3, what is the pep talk for pile number 3? What's the oracle that's going to help us understand pile number 3, source? For pile number 3, what's the pep talk? What's going to help us understand the pep talk for pile 3? Thank you. Okay. I love this on the bottom. We have big, bold vision on the bottom with this beautiful bee up here. Reciprocity, coming into this inner wisdom. You guys may be activating your throat chakra as well as your third eye chakra. These two sit right next to each other. So when one of them begins to activate, of course, the other one will activate as well. So it is important to remember to work on our chakra system as a whole. So for pile one, you do have this beautiful rock, and if you guys ever see anything that's like from nature, like just know I don't buy anything like shells or rocks or anything. These are just from my travels around the states that I find them, and so they always call to me and I pick them up, and this is, yeah, what you see. I believe I found this in California. Okay, and this one I found in South Carolina. This is a piece of coral. For pile two. And pile three, I found this in Colorado. It's almost perfectly symmetrical. Like it's an oval, but it's like a perfect oval. I heard someone say that'd be the perfect skipping stone. You're probably right. So let me move these up. Give you guys a minute to check them out here. So we have pile one, pile two, and pile three. Okay, whichever one you guys are drawn to, that should be the pile for you. Keeping in mind these are general messages, so take what resonates and leave what does not. But whichever one you guys picked, I will see you on your perspective pile. Hi pile one, welcome to your reading, your pep talk from the universe. This is for those of you guys that chose this beautiful black rock. Found it on the beach. It's like almost perfect and circular. Wow. Yeah, okay. Did somebody drop something? I sure did. I guess we'll find out what that means. I am not getting a channel from that right now, but we will find out what that means, right? So let's always, as always, ask the dice. We'll cleanse your dice off here. And let's go ahead and get messages. Source, what is the pep talk that you have for pile number one? What would you like them to know? What messages would you like them to know? What would you like to say to them, Source? What's the pep talk for pile number one? Okay. Let me zoom in, guys. This is interesting. I think I almost had this dice on the same dice on a daily read. Different energies, though, coming through right away. They want you guys to communicate what kind of home situation you would like. I feel like you guys are struggling when it comes to a home situation, whether that is you guys have a unique situation at home with a significant other or with family, with kids, whatever it is. But if it's not to your liking here, what would you like? Like, Source wants you to know that whatever you ask for is fine. I feel that there's some sense of guilt here in actually communicating, like, I want a peaceful home, and maybe you have kids who are running wild all the time and you feel guilty for asking for a peaceful home. And that's exactly what Source is saying here. Like, it's okay to ask for those things. That doesn't make you a terrible parent. That doesn't make you a terrible person. That doesn't mean anything. If that's what helps you guys get through the day or helps you guys have some sense of sanctuary here, that is very important for you guys. But in order for Source to ever actually be able to help you manifest that, right, we are co-creators in our life with the Creator. Forever, if that ever comes to fruition here, you must first be able to ask for it out loud or to write it down and really set some goals or some boundaries here for you. So like, obviously, if you have kids, it's not something that you can do to be like, oh, I want my kids to be gone, right? Like, that's not what we're looking at here. What we're looking at is if you have kids, even if they're young kids, asking for some sort of peace could be, they have a playroom and you put them in their playroom for a little while you go and sit down. And that doesn't mean that you have the door closed. It means you have the door cracked, but tell them, you know what, mommy's going to go and take some time, or daddy's going to go and take some time for themselves right now. And, put a timer on it, and put a timer in their room, make a game of it or something like that. Like, these are the things that you guys can do, but I feel like Source is really pointing out here that it's important for you guys to know what it is that you want for home life. For others of you guys, this is wanting children, right? You want to be a family. And if you guys don't ask for it out loud, then again, it's not something that can be drawn to you. It's just kind of hoping that it'll happen, but never actually like putting in the effort on your side to get there. And that doesn't mean having sex and all that stuff. It's like actually asking for a child from Source. Like, it's okay to ask these things. That doesn't make you, anything. Whatever it is you guys want, that doesn't make you a terrible person. I just want to say that because I'm getting this feeling of guilt from you for wanting a specific thing. Like, even if you guys are involved in a situation right now with a spouse or with a significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is, that maybe you're not happy with them and you want happiness in your relationship. You don't want to argue all the time. You don't want to be in this stressful situation, or maybe you're dealing with someone who has some mental health issues or whatever it is, or even you maybe have some mental health issues. What is it that you want from your home situation? Do you want to be able to heal yourself? Do you need help to heal yourself? Do you need assistance to leave a significant other? Do you want you and your significant other to go and get help together? It is going to be different for everybody. It's not fair for me or any tarot reader to say you shouldn't be with this person. You got to get up, you got to leave, because there are people who do wish to change, but maybe they don't know that they need to change until they're given a choice, right? And so that's what is going on here. It's like finding out what situation works best for you and allowing yourself to understand that these are the things that make us humble in life, is experiencing these rough patches, especially when it comes to our home situation with the fourth house here, right? It's like you guys are dealing with something that is very close to the heart. This could even be a school situation, a work situation, but the main feeling I'm getting here is home. And not being afraid to let that humble you, even if it feels rough and yucky and like it just, oh my gosh, I can't do this. It's like that experience is actually what makes you stronger and gives you insight to the way that the world is. And that's what makes you guys open to receiving the lessons, okay? But I do feel like there is some sense of critical energy coming through here. Like, especially with Virgo here, we have that critical person, that person that's such a perfectionist. They overanalyze everything, and they sometimes are very, very harsh when it comes to things not being exactly as they planned it. And it's just finding a compromise for yourself, right? Like, don't be so harsh on yourself. If you didn't get it perfect, can you get it at least 80% and be happy with that 80%, whatever that is? Because nothing in life is going to be perfect. And something that you guys can remember as you move forward here is that practice makes better, because there's no such thing as perfect, but we can always be better the next time. But let's be content with how we are this time, right? And so that's what Source wants you to focus on here. But there's this definite need to communicate, whether that's writing it down, whether that is learning a new process, whether that is learning a new skill. Even this could be learning a new skill for your life, but taking time, because we can ask for our manifestations all that we want. However, if we don't actually take action towards them, how can we ever expect them to come true, right? They're not going to come to fruition here. Some of you guys may be dealing with asthma, or you guys have hurt your shoulders and hands. I do hear tennis elbow, and I also hear, what is that when your hands go numb? I can't remember what it's called, but I'm feeling like tingling sensation in my hands. And a lot of this has to do with a lack of being open-hearted in this time. Mercury is connected with the lungs, the pancreas, the shoulders, and the hands. Also our nervous system. So if our nerves are shot, it affects our heart chakra, okay, which Mercury also is connected to our heart chakra, even though Venus is rule of love. It's like you guys have this area right behind the chakra system, the heart chakra, that if it's getting affected, you guys need to focus more on bringing love into your life, and that is self-love. And this very much feels like focusing on yourselves. I'm going to zoom out here so we can get some cards on it. You're going to bounce around a little. I apologize. Hang with me. It's just the setup I have, guys. Is this, you got to do with what you got in this now moment, right? Okay, cool. Let's get some cards out on it. So, Source, what's the pep talk for pile number 1? What other information would you like them to know at this time? What do they need to hear? It's not, and again, it's not what you want to hear, it's what you need to hear. What is necessary for you guys to move forward? What information can we give them? What will help them connect with their intuition and their discernment at this time? Source, what messages do you have for my pile number 1s? What's your pep talk for them? I just keep hearing you are worthy. Like it's like on repeat here, like a song, you know. Like when people are like, really, are you done listening to that song? And it's like, that's what it feels like. So we had these two pop out. Yeah, you are worthy. What's the pep talk, Source? What's your pep talk for pile number 1? What do they need to know? Wow, okay. Look, guys, I can't make that up with the 4 of Cups coming out. This is all about emotional stability in the home, right? Like this is you guys being able to find some sense of strength in your home. And it has to do with the way that you guys treat yourself, okay? With the 7 of Coins here. This is like doing things outside of the norm, right? And taking care of yourself. If you see here, you have the 6 of Coins surrounding this single coin here. We're talking about when this is in the reverse, it's like a neurotic need to be liked by others. It's not taking care of yourself. It's being forceful to yourself, critical of yourself, and harsh to yourself. Yeah. But Source wants to bring some sense of justice into your life. They want things to be balanced out here. You're dealing with karmic energies. We have 7, and my Justice card is the 8th card because that's the original tarot deck. Okay, and I've explained why they've changed Strength and Justice around in the Rider-Waite tarot on other videos. But in this sense here, guys, they want justice. They want things to weigh in your favor, right? Source is saying that in order for you to do that, you have to find some sense of equanimity. I think that's how you say it. Equanimity. Equality. Anyway, some kind of balance. I don't know why I can't say that word right now. But anyways, it's like you guys need to find some sort of balance in what it is that you want. I feel like you guys are putting yourself on blast, and you guys are constantly giving to everybody else. And the reason that you're giving to everybody else is because it's this limited view that you have. It's like almost, if I take care of everyone else. So I'm going to go back to the kids example here. Yes, kids are dependent on you, right? They're dependent on adults. We understand that. However, sometimes what happens is that we get so busy trying to take care of our kids' needs, we forget to take care of ourselves, and we forget that it's important to refuel ourselves so that we have the stamina, the energy, the patience, and the compassion to deal with the child, especially when they're having a hard time. And so I feel like here you guys are just giving 100% of you to this situation. And again, it feels like a home situation, right? We're talking about home emotions here. We're talking about something that is emotionally unstable at home because there's a fear if I go in and look at myself, okay? There's this fear here. If I go in and look at myself, then I'm a terrible person for not giving everything I have in my being to the situation at home. And no, you're not a terrible being. What ends up happening is when you give and you give and you give, you find yourself in a place of burnout. And as you find yourself in this place of burnout, then you have nothing to give, but you're still trying to give, and you get frustrated, you get angry. This is when arguments happen. This is when disagreements happen. This is when everybody just wants to break down in tears. And I feel like you have been in a situation where that has happened. And it's just right now, with this hermit, he's shining the light on finding balance and stability within your own emotions, okay? This is your emotions here. Your emotions matter. What your heart wants matters. You matter, okay? And yes, everybody in your family matters too. But we're in a position right here where if you're not taking care of yourself, I don't get the energy that those around you are taking care of you either. Because they're so used to you guys giving and giving and giving and making sure that they're okay, that it's like, oh, it's okay, mom will take care of it. Or, oh, it's okay, dad will take care of it. Or, oh, it's okay, my boyfriend will take care of it. My girlfriend will take care of it, because they always do. Right? And that's admirable. But at the same time, it doesn't allow you space for anyone else to show up, because you guys may have a hard time asking for help, especially with this World card in the reverse. I'm getting this energy that you guys have a very hard time asking for help. And if someone offers it to you, you're the first one to decline it, even though you know you need it. Like, you're like, I know I need it, but I should be the strong human. You are not Superwoman. You're not Superman, okay? That's why I talk about us being humans on here. You are human just like the next person, okay? And I feel like you guys wouldn't expect anyone else to do what you do because you're just so used to doing it. This feels like you need to take some sort of a retreat or a vacation to yourself, if at all possible. And if that's not possible, then this is just, you guys need a day where you're not on social media, where you're not at work, where you're not watching TV. You need to sit with yourself. And that feels scary already. I feel pushback from that. But this is sort of saying, like, when you sit with yourself, then you guys come into this place of introspection, and you're able to look at yourself rather than being upset and off kilter because of the family situation. It's like, well, if only so-and-so did this, or if only so-and-so could grow up, or if only so-and-so had this, like whatever the situation is. But see, that's you putting your emotional feelings on someone else, and that's not what this life is about. Our life is literally about understanding, why do I feel this way? What is it that's making me feel triggered? What is it that I have to deal with? And that's scary, putting it back onto our shoulders when we already feel like we're carrying the world. Let's get some clarifiers out on it. Source, what are some clarifiers for this? Yeah, they want you to know that you guys have a choice here. Above anything, you guys don't have to stay stuck in this stalemate situation. You guys don't have to stay stuck in a place where it feels like things are going backwards. Because they're really not. It's just, it's an idea. It's an illusion. Right? And change is scary here. And this will put you guys in this change place. Look at this. We have 2 and 2 coming out with the Popess. There's some sense of you guys here wanting to... Okay, so this is going to be a trigger alert. I just want you guys to know before I get into this. So if you guys trigger easily, that's okay. There's no judgment here. I've been there. I know how that is, okay? But I just want to say this out loud. If this is hard for you guys to take in at this time, then I understand that. But I feel like for those of you guys that are here, you guys are definitely ready to hear what I'm about to say next. Okay? The problem with the stalemate here is that there is an underlying belief within your emotional ego that says, I have to appear this way. If I don't appear this way, then there's something inherently wrong with me. My dog just let out the hugest sigh in confirmation of that. And I feel like some of you guys haven't actually realized that you're living based on this old illusion of, I have to be this way because if I'm not, then who am I? Who am I if I don't take care of everything? Who am I if I don't control every aspect of this life? Who am I if I'm not making others feel better about themselves? You're still you. You're still you. But with this Popes coming out in the reverse, it's this not being connected with your own self. This is you being connected with how you appear to everybody else. She's a very intuitive, psychic being. She's capable of connecting with the ethers. She's capable of connecting with 5D, 4D, 7D, 12D, however you guys call it. It doesn't matter. She's capable of connecting with Source, her guides, the angels, her higher self. Because she takes the time to read into herself. But this is in the reverse saying, I read into everybody else, and what everybody else wants it matters more than what I want. So if you say, I'm going to go take a bath, and everybody in your house throws a fit, and so you don't take a bath, and instead you take a shower really late at night, and you take it as quick as you can because it's like, oh, if I get to bed late, like I'm going to be lacking on sleep. You're basically telling everybody in your home that you have no boundaries, that they can throw a fit whenever they want, and they're going to get what they want from you. Rather than saying, you know what, I'm going to take a bath, and if they throw a fit, okay, cool. I'm still going to go take a bath whether you want me to or not, because I need this, right? You get what you need. I'm always here for you. That will never change, but I need this for myself. We have the King of Wands coming out in the reverse here. My apologies for the train. It's going to roll through. They're rather loud. It's like not even 2 houses, 3 houses over. It's seriously, I can see the train rolling through right now. Can even feel the vibrations. You guys might hear the vibrations on there. It's really loud. It comes through like every 15 minutes, it feels like. So, but we have the King of Wands here, and the King of Wands talks about being your own worst enemy. Look, and it's like you almost are aware of this. You're almost aware of like, well, if I were just stronger, if I were just more rigid, if I were just more, forthcoming or forthright here. But it's like you're putting it all on a hope and a prayer, rather than saying, you know what, this is me because this is me. It's hard. The first time that you guys set a boundary, it's probably one of the most difficult times. It's scary. Your hands will be sweaty. You'll be all clammy. You'll be like freaking out. Your heart's going to be beating all crazy. And you're going to be so nervous, and you get it out, and then you feel how they feel because they feel all bad now that you set a boundary, and you have to walk away from that, and you know that, and you walk away, but still feeling the way that they feel, and you're like, okay. And that gives you a moment to understand, an opportunity to see, is what I've been feeling this whole time me, or is what I've been feeling this whole time what they've been feeling? And that's the pep talk here. Because you have an opportunity to balance out your love for self. Okay, like the 6 of Cups is all about reciprocity and love and compassion and emotion. Someone who will listen to you deeply, care about you deeply, take your emotions in account with their own emotions. But this is all about self here. Okay, this is all about self and letting yourself see that you can let go of these toxic situations. But you're the only one. You're the only one that can change your fortune here. You're the only one that can change things around. Whether that's staying in the situation you're in or leaving the situation you're in or finding some other way to handle this, there's got to be a new protocol here. There's got to be. That's in your hands, okay? And for those of you guys that are stuck in a situation that's toxic with a significant other, this is saying that when you guys finally let go and treat yourself as the king, the queen, the emperor, the empress, the pope, the popess, as you are, whatever you guys want to be, right? Then you'll pull in an equal love partner. But it comes down to you first. We can't be loved or expect someone to love us if we don't love ourselves, right? Like how could that ever happen? Yeah, this flipped out of the deck when I picked it up. Like, flipped out. We have Beauty, Swan, number 20. Like, you guys don't see yourselves. It just flipped out. I, like, picked up the deck and it, like, flew over there. I wish you guys could see I have all my cards out on the table here. But you guys are completely blindfolded to your own love and your own beauty and your own sense of worth. And that's not what Source wants here. I'm going to leave this right here for a second. Let's get some oracles out on it. Source wants you guys to understand how valuable you are. And value isn't a product of how much you give to people. Okay, like value is not a product in how much you give to people. Even without you showing up, say today you just laid in bed and you were there for yourself and you just laid in the quiet so you could be with yourself. And if you felt like journaling, if you felt like meditating, if you felt like going and sitting on the porch, whatever came, you didn't talk to anybody at your house. You didn't talk to anybody at your home. Guess what? You're still as valuable. You're still as valuable. What others denote you to be does not make it true. You're valuable because you guys are here. You have breath in your lungs and life. That's what gives you value and worth, because Source said, I create you. I make you. Okay, and if you believe in the science of it, then what is it? For life to be born, it's like 1 in like however many trillion. That should be a miracle in itself right there for you guys to see. You have life, and that's what gives you value. That's what gives you worth. You are enough. Can I please have another oracle card here, Source? There's also, wow, okay, thank you. When I got the message came through, there's also this fear of moving into the future that things will be repeatedly like this. And the thing is, and I've learned this on my own journey. One day, when it comes down to it, I will share my story with you guys off of a tarot video, because it's way too long to even say in here. But there's this fear of repeat energy here. And let me tell you guys, when you learn to treat yourself with respect, love, compassion, kindness, and self-love, unconditional love. I accept myself as I am, my imperfections, my perfections, my flaws, my edges, my curves, whatever. You come into this space of like others will understand how to treat you because you treat yourself this way. You won't expect less from people. It's like you don't expect anything from people in this space, but you also will not tolerate less than. Look, we have Saturn. Feeling restricted, experience struggle, learning hard work and patience. So there's definitely a struggle here. And I've talked about how Saturn is the planet of tough love. Like, it's necessary. But it's also the planet of sacrifice. It rules Saturday. It rules the root chakra, right? There's about grounding yourself and understanding that in order to ground yourself in this physical world, we have to sacrifice some things in life. And that sometimes our idea and our belief of who we are and how we show up. And that's scary. Ooh, that's scary. I can feel it already. That's scary. What if people think less of me? What if people don't see me the same? What if people don't want to show up anymore? Then guess what? They've shown their true colors to you. They've shown that they only want you in their life because you can give them something, not because of who you are. People should love you because of who you are. Yeah, there's anger here. That fear is coming into anger. We have volcano, voality. This card talks about being so mad at the way things are. Why can't it just be good? Why does it have to be this way? This is being mad at Source, at God, at the Creator, whatever it is. Understanding, though, at the same time that this is all being caused by Source for your particular growth. And that feels gross. Like I was talking about it on my blessings video, and a lot of people don't like to hear this, but sometimes the biggest blessings in our life are actually the hardships that we experience. And that doesn't feel right. How is that a blessing, right? But it is. It is, because it's like when you guys learn the lesson from the hardship, you learn something that's so valuable about how you treat yourself and what you allow in your life. if you choose to learn the lesson. Not everybody's willing to learn the lesson. They'd rather lose themselves in this idea of what it's always been. So it's okay to be mad too. There's no reason to be mad at the situation. There's no reason to be mad at what's going on. If you're angry about the way things are, be angry about the way things are, but don't take it out on everybody, right? So we have number 46, which is 10. 10 is a completion of a cycle. And then we have this spend quality time together, listen and talk to each other. And I feel like there's two messages coming through here, guys. The first one is to spend time with yourself. Listen and really talk to yourself. No, it's not crazy. Some of the wisest people on the face of the planet have had beautiful conversations, rough conversations, difficult conversations, and fun conversations with themselves, okay? This is a good practice to start in. Talk to yourself as you want someone else to talk to you. My right ear is ringing like crazy right now, saying that that is a truth message coming through for you. The other message that is coming in is just confirming that once you guys begin to love yourself, you'll bring in somebody who wants to spend this beautiful quality time with you. And it doesn't have to be love, right? That doesn't have to be a love relationship. Oh, I want to get one more. This one. I think too many people are stuck on the idea of love being a romantic relationship. But love is... I saw this video the other day and I love this video. Okay, I love this. It was a short and it came up and it said someone was worried about how they can find the fullest expression of love. And the guy told her, he says, but you're looking at the fullest expression of love as being romantic love. And he said, when the fullest expression of love is felt and expressed, it's showing unconditional love to everybody that we encounter in every moment of every day. What that means is showing up as our authentic selves, and not wearing a mask to try and prove to these people that we're someone we're not, but being ourselves and showing up in a loving heart, in a loving space, because we love ourselves. And that is the truest, most fullest expression of love in life. It's not about romantic love. It's about us reminding the world that we are all loving creatures and beings at in our nature, right? And that's not always with a partner. Sometimes that's with a friend, a family member, a coworker, a boss, whatever. It's like, but you guys get support from people you didn't think you'd get support from. And it's not always a loving partner, right? A partner to spend life with. It's just that sex sells. And so that's why I feel like the biggest thing here is that love and romantic relationships are put on blast because sex sells. Okay. So look, guys, I can't. Holding on to your anger is like holding on to a hot rock. Only you get burned. Boom. There's a lot of anger coming through here, and I get that. I get that. I do. I feel like sometimes your anger gets the best of you, and you guys may take it out on others, and then that's where some of that guilt comes from, too, is that, oh my gosh, like I blew up at them. I didn't mean to, but I blew up at them. And anger is about feeling it without projecting it onto others. Okay, so we had addictions come through. Like, what was I talking about? Sex, right? Sex sells. We have sex, drugs, alcohol abuse, and money. So you guys could be addicted to any of these. There are other addictions like shopaholics. There are addictions to even tarot readings, like all kinds of addictions, right? It's anything that you guys use to escape yourself. And that's why here your pep talk is to spend time with yourself. Like, it's like really looking at yourself and understanding yourself here. I feel like you guys do not really truly understand the depth of how wonderful you are. You guys have a beautiful energy about you. Right now, there's just a loss in this emotional feeling. Right? We have 30 coming through with songlines. Orca, this is all about healing your generational curses, right? You have the orcas here, which is like your family from the past, and you're different. You're different than your family, but you're still living the things that they taught you. And so it's like embracing your differences and remembering that that's what's so beautiful about you, and really leaning into that and letting that become all that you are. It's like all these lessons that have rained down on you, and all these old beliefs and all these illusions that have rained down on you. And here you are sleeping, about to wake up. And waking up brings you into a whole new way of life. 3 is also the number, 3 is also the number of creation. Your angels are with you. You guys are protected and watched. We have 20 and 3, which is 5, and was talking about how 5 is like the most uncomfortable position to be in of your spiritual change, your spiritual journey, or just your journey in general. When you guys come into that 5 space, it's uncomfortable. It's not a good place to be in, but it's necessary so that you guys can get into the balance of life with 6, right? 5 is all about change, but I feel like everybody's like, oh, it's change. It's like, no, this is the change that no one wants to experience, but it's necessary. Okay. Like we have opposition, imbalance, a point of tension, and a power struggle. Like I can't make this stuff up, guys. There's definitely a struggle going on right now. There's this energy of not being able to connect with self because there's so much going on right now in the background. And it's like time for you guys to really focus on what you want and what can you do. Don't focus on what you can't do, okay? We've gone over that list 1,000 times in our head. Well, I can't do this. I can't do that. Okay, we know what we can't do, but what can we do? Because that list is a lot shorter, and when you focus on what you can do, then you can have an opportunity to make a plan. Look, we have Eagle Communion. I can't make this stuff up. This is all about connecting with Source, telling Source what you want. This is about outside meditations too. You see how he's communicating with this eagle up here, right? He's talking to this eagle. This eagle is giving him messages. So it's like getting out into nature and really finding out what resonates with you and listening to your heart and knowing that what your heart wants matters. I just feel like it's important for you guys to say that. What my heart wants matters. And you guys might not believe that right now. And if you guys say that and it brings up some sense of tension within you or resistance, can you write about that? Can you put it down and say, why do I feel this way? We have number 33, a master number. We had 333 coming out for you guys here. We have appreciate this moment. Every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. Didn't I say that earlier on the video that if there's ever resistance, if there's ever hardships, if there's ever challenges, those are perfect opportunities in your life to grow. It doesn't mean it's easy. Okay, and I want, if anything on my channel that I teach you guys in this life, if I pass on as a word of wisdom, whatever it is, I want it to be this. Nothing about this journey is easy, but everything about this journey is simple, because simple and easy are two different things. They're simple tasks. They're simple things you can do to show up, to change your life, but none of it is easy because it brings up the dredges of the past and the hardships that we've been through and the things that we tried to run from our whole lives, right? And look at this. It's like finding your truth. This has two meanings to me here. She's blue, right? Like, it's like, I'm so blue. What's that song? I'm so blue over you. I can't remember it right now, but that's what I like heard it for like a second. And I haven't heard it for years, but it's like being blue in life, like being sad, like this Eeyore, like, this is how it always happens to me. And Eeyore was my favorite Disney character growing up. Okay, like, but I see how it's like, because I resonated with that. Like, it felt like that was my life. And that's why I feel like you guys have that same energy around you all the time. What you're missing are the jewels in life, and you're missing the beauty that's all around you because you're so focused on one moment in time of something that's happened to you. Rather than, it's like putting down the shell, putting down the memory, and looking at the beauty and finding the truth of who you are and what's going on around you. We're always looking for what's not there. But what's in front of us is everything that we need. We have 24, new birth, guarded vigilantly. Look at this beautiful green butterfly. Yeah, you guys are growing something in your heart chakra. You guys are letting your heart chakra become activated. Let me get the book. I'm going to read this out of the book. Okay, and these are really long, but I'll read some of it out of here and see what it is that comes through. There's definitely transformation going on here, okay? So it says, in every creative process, in every birth, in every opening of a new cycle of life, there is a time of vulnerability. This vulnerability is natural and appropriate. It is the foal learning to become steady on its legs, or the foal, excuse me. It's the foal learning to become steady on its legs. These legs will become remarkably powerful in time, but the process of growth and maturity has to take place. This requires some wobbly first attempts. It cannot be any other way. And didn't I say that in the beginning? When you guys set boundaries the first time, it's going to feel awkward and awful and I don't want to do this. It's that first wobbly attempt, and then it gets easier, right? It cannot be any other way. Within you, perhaps even below the level of your conscious awareness, there's a fresh new life emerging like a vibrant green shoot rising up from the earth. This new life is in need of your attention and your care. This could be a new relationship that needs tending with interest and kindness. It could be a new idea that you need to nurture into fullness because it is going to hold special purpose in your life. It might be something within you, a new behavior, a new way of looking at yourself, or a new way of being in the world that you need to tend to until it becomes natural for you to embody. Isn't that everything that I've talked about, guys? Okay, let's see here. It says pay attention or pay appropriate respect to the message of this card, and you will reap great spiritual benefit and emotional well-being. Okay, I can't with you guys. Okay, you must pay attention to the new life emerging for you now, or that you will soon sense. You must not be careless or think that it doesn't matter, because it matters greatly. Being careless now is akin to killing the idea off before it has a chance to grow strong enough to withstand the criticism, jealousy, or sabotage by dark consciousness in others or yourself. We don't have to be frightened of destructive energy. It exists in nature and in us and is a part of life. We do, however, need to be intelligent to its potential power and stay centered in our heart and in our wisdom to avoid its ill effect upon that which we are nurturing into life. You will not always need to cloak that which is young. Soon enough, it will be able to stand up for itself. But for now, your vigilance and care is most certainly required. Hug your ideas to yourself as though they were a new lover you cannot bear to share with another. In time, the world will be the lover receiving the love in your idea. For now, it is for you to love, for you to hold, and for you to observe. And only those that have proven to be trustworthy to support you in this, those who can handle the frequency or vibration of what you are seeking to nurture. Some may love you, but be frightened of what you are creating. Stay true to yourself and your creative power, and be wise as to whom you invite into your inner sanctum to witness this new life emerging. I absolutely love this for you guys. It's like, no matter what, right now, you guys are experiencing something that's scary. It's different. It's new. It's like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do with this, right? And it's all for purpose. Everything you're experiencing right now is all for purpose. Even if it's hard and it feels like I'm going to be this volcano that blows up because I can't handle this anymore. This is happening for you guys, not to you guys. And I'm sending you out a gigantic hug. Okay, like seriously, I feel like you guys need it. And here's this energetic hug for you guys. Okay, it's coming to you guys, this energetic hug. I love you guys. You're so strong, and allow yourself to experience the power of your true self and your true nature, which is unconditional love. This is what I have for you, Pile 1. If it resonated, hit that thumbs up button down below, subscribe to the channel, set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. And with that being said, until the next one, stay human. Bye, guys. Welcome, my fellow humans that chose Pile 2. This is for those of you guys that chose this beautiful piece of coral. This is going to be your reading. Let's just go with it, guys. So obviously, some of you guys are the oracles, okay? You guys just need a reminder that you guys are good at that. So there's that. If not, this is just the oracle reading that you need. So there's going to be something in the oracles for you guys, okay? But this is the coral. Let's get into it, Pile 2. I do just want to start off before I get into it too far here is that trigger warning, pile 1 was really intense. So I just want to say right off the bat, I can't say that yours is or not. But yeah, pile 1 was super intense. So I just want to say trigger alert, trigger warning. If you guys get triggered easy, I totally understand. It is okay. I do feel like if you guys were led to this, that you are ready to hear this message. Even if it's not what you want to hear, it will be what you need to hear, okay? So these are going to be messages from Source, the pep talk from Source, whatever it is that you need to hear at this time. Good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful. It is whatever Source wants to bring through, okay? So I'm just the channeler. I'm the messenger, right? So let's get into it, guys. If they resonate, hit the thumbs up button down below. Subscribe to the channel, and make sure you guys do hit that notification bell so you know when the next video does get uploaded. So let's get into it, Source. What is the pep talk that you have for my lovely fellow humans that chose pile number 2? What is the pep talk that you have for pile number 2, Source? Okay, let me zoom in. Here we go. All right. Sorry, guys. You're going to bounce around a little bit. Do some of you guys have a secret lover? Because that is an energy that just flew in out of nowhere. Hey, I'm not here to judge if y'all are cheating or not monogamous or whatever. It's cool. I'm not here to judge. You know, we're human. We've all made mistakes. We've all made decisions we thought were best for us and turned out to be totally left wing, right? Sorry, I need a drink of my Vita Coco. But yeah, that did come through. I'm not here to be, you know, oh, you shouldn't do that, pile 2. No, like, if some of you guys have a secret lover, that's you guys. That's you guys, okay? That's cool. It's whatever, you guys. And don't be like, oh, my tarot reader said it was fine for me. No. Your decision is your decision. You are adults. You guys make your own choices. You guys have to bask in them. So it was just something that Source brought up right now. Pep talk from Source. There's a big transformation that's happening, though. So it could be that you guys have cheated on the past or have been cheated on in the past, since that's an energy that's coming through here. And what's happening now is you guys are learning how to see this from an entirely different place. Okay, like especially with Gemini energy here, this is the duality of life, the good, the bad, the beautiful, and the ugly, which is exactly what I said when we started the reading, and this is a huge confirmation coming through. You know, Gemini has the light side and the dark side, and understanding that in the life we live in here on Earth as humans, we live in the dark and the light at the same time. And some of us choose to be more in the dark, and some of us choose to be more in the light, and some choose to walk right in the middle. Okay, but no matter what, there's always going to be things that happen that feel really good, and there's always going to be things that happen that feel really bad, and there's nothing we can do to change that. Maybe when we live on a different planet or in a different type of realm, but not in this one, okay? But this does talk about secrets. You know, the 8th house is all about secrets, those taboo things that people don't want to get involved in or people don't talk about. Also, it is connected with Scorpio energy, which is sex and intimacy, mystery. And that's why I feel I got that energy right off the bat about you guys maybe having an affair, or someone is in your energy that's having an affair. Maybe you guys are with somebody and that person's having an affair with you and you don't know about it, okay? But definitely feels like something is very secretive here that Source is highlighting. And it could just be that you guys are getting involved in things that feel very taboo, like the occult, or maybe you guys are starting to venture into spirituality, or you're venturing into truth seeking, or you guys have learned that you're a light worker and you're like, what does that mean? And it feels very, oh my gosh, we shouldn't do that. Like, you know, and you guys are venturing into that and realizing that not everything is set in stone in life. You know, maybe you guys grew up very religious. This is something coming through too. Like there's a lot of staunch religion coming through here, and you guys were told that what it is that you guys are now finding interest in was, you know, bad, that you guys were following, you know, bad energy. And I don't really want to say it on here, but you guys know what I'm getting at. Anyways, It's like, and you're realizing it doesn't necessarily mean that, because intention really is everything. And you're finding that you guys are manifesting anything, but that doesn't mean you sold your soul, right? It's like, no, I'm actually manifesting things with a loving intent and not to harm others. And how does that make me a bad person if that's how I live my life? And realizing that there's a lot of judgment going on around there. And that's why I feel like that was the whole energy that came through with the affair. It's like this judgmental energy coming along with it, that whatever it is that you choose to do in life, honestly, pile two, you will be judged for good, for bad. It doesn't matter, for better or worse. It doesn't matter. You'll be judged by others. What matters is how you feel about yourself. If it's right for you, no one can tell you anything about your character that will become true. You have to believe for yourself, and you have to understand it comes from your heart of hearts, not what you want to believe. Okay, not like, oh, I feel like I should be okay with this. Like, no, is that something that you feel okay and right in your heart of hearts that it's meant to be? And understanding that that is something that you have to follow. And that's the energy that's coming through the pep talk from source, is not listening to the gossip, not listening to the people who are maybe superficial, who have, malintention for you. This is one thing. It's like the highway to hell is paved with good intentions. But it's like, have you ever noticed that actually comes in line with people who are like trying to get you to do what they want you to do because they wouldn't do what you're on the path to do. And that comes along with understanding that our path is our path to journey. And that means that it's right for us in what we're doing, which will make it wrong for everybody else. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's like no matter what happens, your journey will always be unique to you, and it will be wrong to someone else because their path is unique to them and they have to follow that. But we live in a very judgmental life in society, and everybody they know how to live your life better than you know how to live it, which is so untrue. That's far from the truth here. And so there's this energy coming through where source is reminding you to accept the duality that is. Without darkness, there cannot be light. And without light, there cannot be darkness. They would cease to exist and it wouldn't be a thing anymore. And so this is understanding that you have to embrace one with the other. You can't just embrace one or the other. It's both. And that's the light and the dark within. That's the light and the dark in life as well. And so remembering that, right? This is also the house, like Gemini rules twins and siblings and friendship. So this could be somebody that's really close to you that you're having this either, i.e. affair with, or that is trying to get you to do something that they want to. And it's okay to be adaptable in this. Like if you just stop telling them what it is that you're doing and that feels right to you, okay, cool, right? No one's going to be none the wiser here. And if they're like, oh, well, you used to tell me everything. You know what? I did, but I stopped because I realized telling you everything just made me feel bad. Right? And it's okay to voice things like that. That's okay because you're doing it for your best interest, not because of them. This is you doing it for your best interest. Now, why the affair came out is because we have Venusian energy here. And Venus is all about love, relationships, attraction, luxury, right? Like those things that we really like, that femininity and that sexy, sensual energy coming through. But this could be aligned with as well is just getting yourself in alignment with your gifts, with your finances, and with what it is that you want in life so that you can enjoy the true harmony and pleasure that you seek, the comfort that you seek, and the balance without compromising yourself or what it is that you choose to do in life. And understanding that we do have to compromise in life. There will be times where we have to compromise in life, but this definitely feels like you guys have spent so much time compromising to appease other people and their opinions of you, rather than really leaning into who you are as a person and embodying and embracing what is your own journey. Remember, your journey is unique to you. Their journey is unique to them. And that doesn't make anyone right over another person. That makes you right when you stay in your lane. So let's zoom out. Let's get some cards on it and see what the cards say. Oh, I got one more. There we go. Oh, that's too far. Sorry, guys. I wish I could just like double tap it and it would go to where I have it, but no, that's not how this works here. So we do have Scorpio, Gemini, and Libra and Taurus energy out. If that resonates, that's not going to resonate with everybody, but let's see. Oh, they want me to shuffle. Okay, Source, what's the pep talk that you have for pile number 2? What other information can we tell them at this time? What do they need to know? I definitely feel like a lightness with your guys' energy, like regardless of what's going on or what's taboo, it's like you guys have a very kind, generous energy. Like you guys really do try to do the right thing always, what feels right to you. And sometimes you guys may get judged for doing the right thing here. And it's like we have to deal with the judgment no matter where we go. You're not going to be for everybody, and you don't want to be for everybody. Like that's just absurd, right? Like that's why there's 100 different things. Like you think of cars, how many different types of cars are there? And why is that? Because the Ford pickup truck is not going to be for every human being out there, right? And that's the idea that you have to think of. I'm a Ford, you're a Chevy, they're a GMC. Like, okay, and I don't know why I'm using car analogies here. Like that was so random, but okay, that's the idea here. That's you're for you, and you're going to be for people who resonate with the Ford or with the GM, whatever it is. Okay. That's just a sample here. Okay. You could use shoes. You could use clothes. You could use designers. You could use Target, Walmart, whatever. Right. That's why there isn't just one grocery store. That's why there isn't just one type of house. That's why there isn't just one type of way of living. There's enough situations out there for choice wise, and people don't always take that to heart. They don't look at the depth of that. They use, oh, well, that's not how I would live my life, or that's not what I would do. And they use that as an example to project onto others when they do something that doesn't fit within those walls that they've created. And that's a limitation within them, not within you. So Source, what else can we tell pile number 2? What else would you like to pass on to them? The pep talk here. Thank you. What else for pile 2, Source? What else would you like to tell them? What's the pep talk for pile number 2? What do they need to know? I may actually just name this messages from the universe, because this feels very... Each one feels super personal. That's the one. I thought it was, but I had to shuffle the whole thing just to know. Yeah. So we have the Page of Cups on the reverse on the bottom. This is people who can't look. They don't... Oh, I can't with these people. I can't. Okay. These are peer groups, okay? And that is absolutely confirming with the Gemini energy. We have peer groups coming in here. People that are surrounding you. They're in their shadow energy. And they want to see you guys stop doing what feels good for you, because, oh my gosh, how can pile 2 be happy when I'm not? Oh, so maybe they'll be happy doing what I'm doing too, and then I'll be happy doing it too. Do you see? It's like people just, they can't handle when somebody figures out what's good for them, and it's so different than what they would choose, that people are spending time projecting onto you. And that's why it's like, I do hate to use this as an example, but it is the example that they're giving me. And so I just don't like to use this. But religion, let's think about religions really quickly. Like, have you guys ever had people come and knock on your door and in that moment try to convert you? Whether you believe in a religion or not, okay? Like, it doesn't matter. All right. And I'm not here to convert anybody to anything. Like, that's not what this is. It's just, this is the example that they're giving me. It's like when they give you their pamphlet, and then maybe you have an expression, or you have an opinion about it, or you have a feeling about how it is for you, and you say that, and those people tell you, no, you're wrong. It's only this way. It's one way. You know, and it happens in all different things, but I feel like the one that's the most, that we have politics and religion are so like this. Like, they don't allow any room for expression. They only allow room for you to conform to what it is that they want you to conform to. And that's why people don't talk about religion. That's why people don't talk about politics, is because there's no room for expression. If you express yourself, then you're looked at as a black sheep, or you're looked at as the oddball out, or you're looked at as somebody who's going to cause mayhem within a system that is so loosely built on sand that one thing, one opinion, one idea that somebody has is enough to bring the whole thing crashing down. Where's the stability in that? Where's the stability in that? And that's why I'm saying it's not belief, because I feel like belief is important in our lives. It's important for us to believe, whether that's to believe in ourselves, to believe in God, to believe in source, to believe in your guides, to believe in your angels. It's important for us to believe in something that created us, whether that was just ourselves or whether that was something else, okay? Because not everybody believes in a grander source out there. But with that being said, you can believe in your own intuitive, innate abilities, right? So that's still having a belief of some sort. But when you have people coming in and telling you you're wrong, all right, even if you believe in science, that's still something. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, you have people coming in and telling you wrong, and that's what I feel like is going on here. It's like, that's why they gave me that idea for the affair. It's like, if you tell anybody you're going to be judged by all these people, well, you shouldn't be in an affair, or you shouldn't be causing an affair. Like, you're either going to be called a homewrecker, or the person you're with is a homewrecker, whatever it is. But is this really a place for people to judge because they don't know what happened in the situation? Okay, and this could be anything. This could be, maybe you guys are maybe you're inventors, okay? And like, this is a weird one too, but here we go. Maybe you guys are inventors and you work for an invention company, and you're also working in secret on your own invention, apart from completely different than what's going on in your company. But if you told anybody, what are the chances of that your company would fire you or chastise you for doing this in secret? And that's what it feels like. There's something that's very secretive going on in your life right now. By all means, do not feel obligated to tell any of us what that is. This is your life, okay? But that's what it feels like. And there's just this judgment that's surrounding you. And it feels like Source just wants to remind you that your journey is your journey. And that's why I keep getting all these examples coming through, because there's so much energy around this right now. And I feel like you guys need to remember that all humans have secrets. All humans have dirty secrets, okay? Because we're human. Whether that's dirty thoughts, dirty actions, dirty, words, whatever it is, all humans have dirty secrets. Right? That's why they call it dirty laundry. Like, it's a thing that all humans experience. So we have the Emperor. The World. Yes, this is great. Okay, thank you, Source. And the Empress. Look at this. We have the Emperor and the Empress, but the Empress in reverse. Look at this. This is the problem that people have. Okay, we're talking about other people here. This is your pep talk. You guys deal with a lot of open enemies. Okay, and if you don't, you guys just deal with people who feel like they have a right to say anything in your life. I apologize, I need a sip of water. Let's be real here. I'm going to open the window because I had to close it, but I'm going to open it. Okay. You guys are in this powerhouse energy where you guys are stable and sturdy and dictating your life the way that you want to dictate it, right? You're in charge of your life. You're doing what's good for you guys. And that's why the Venus energy came out here. It's just reminding you to continue to do that. You guys have completed this cycle of letting what others say or do or have over you. Or you guys are about to come into this of where other people have these impulsive needs to say that they're right. You're in this place where you're not letting that dictate what you do with your life anymore. It's like you're just happy being in yourself, in your lane, in your energy, on your journey, whatever it is, right? And that's why I feel like it's just saying whatever you guys choose to do in your life, know that there's a reason you're choosing to do that, okay? It's not to advocate anything. It's not to be like, oh, I condone everything, whatever that is. That's not for me to decide. Okay, that's not. But at the end of the day here, it's like you guys are coming into this place because these people judged you. It's like because you were judged for something you chose, you guys are coming into a place now where you're being really empowered to stand firm on your journey. Yeah, so we have the Five of Cups. It's coming out in the reverse here. This is nosiness. Like people who want to know your business so they can just spread rumors about you. That's the energy I'm getting here right now. This is somebody or a group of people who want to know everything about you so they can tell everybody your business. Okay? That could be, look, we had Libra. It's interesting because we have the Empress under the Venus energy, and that Venus energy is connected with the Empress. Also Libra and Taurus energy coming through here, right? So you could have a Libra, a Taurus, a Leo, a Scorpio, an Aquarius, an Aries. We also have water signs coming out, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay, you don't, and that doesn't have to necessarily resonate. That is what I do have coming through. Don't usually talk about signs here, but that's the heaviest energy coming through here is Libra-Taurian energy. Okay, and so they're just saying here, it's like making sure that you guys are living in your luxurious space and understanding that luxury is different for everybody, and not to feel guilty about that and not to spread your business. That's why secrets are very important here for you right now. Whatever it is that you're doing, keep it to yourself. Don't blab it out. Even if you've got a best friend you tell everything to, like maybe right now is the best time for you guys to keep it to your chest, your heart. Oddly enough, that was a message from the first pile, but I'm not getting the same energies here. That's not resonant energies for me at all between the piles. Like, it's just interesting that that was a message. Okay, they want this one too. That was a message that came through. Yeah, look, because right now you guys are in a period of really truly cementing what it is that you want to manifest in your life. So no matter if it pops off and you guys become super successful, okay, or say you guys fall in love with this person and you guys get married, whatever it is, okay, it doesn't matter. It's like you guys are about to glow up on your journey. And you guys are going to gain a lot of people who love you and a lot of people who hate you. There's not going to be like an in-between, oh, I kind of like them. No, it's like they either love you or they hate you. Okay, like that's what's coming through here. And you guys are learning how to balance when these situations come through. It's like right now, if they're coming through and you haven't said anything, okay, you guys are learning how to balance that. These people don't actually know. They don't know the tea, okay? They don't know what's going on. And you guys are learning how to balance that out right now. And so as you're balancing that out, you're learning how to do that so that you guys will be prepared for when people know things. Yeah. Yeah, you guys are letting go of the old and letting the new come in, right? It's like not letting things deter you. This definitely could be connected to a romantic partner as well. It doesn't have to be, but I am getting that energy for some of you guys. And it doesn't even have to be an affair. It could just be a quiet connection. You know what I mean? Something that's not really known about, or that people don't really know what's going on. Look, I can't with you guys. The Two of Cups on the bottom, I can't. This is crazy. So you guys have this, there's a love connection. And that's the first thing I got from this reading was a love connection. And you guys are overcoming the negativity that's going on in your life right now. You're letting go of the darkness and the hurt and the hate and the pain that maybe others are trying to inflict on you. You're realizing it doesn't matter what people say. You're realizing it doesn't matter if they've got beef with you, they have beef. And if they're trying to project on you, that's their problem, not yours. And so it's like you guys are coming into this place of finding a love, whether of self, of the journey, or of another person. But this is absolutely some kind of reciprocal love here. Some deep emotional love. Let's get some oracles out on it. I really am enjoying your guys' reading. So I did draw 2 for 1. So 2 for 1 today, guys. 2 for 1. No, let's get another one out on it. Let's get another oracle for pile number 2. Source, say please have another one of these for pile number 2. I feel like there's one more. Yeah, that's the one right there. Okay. Yeah, and number 15 on the bottom with Watcher, the Watcher, Snow Leopard. Like I said, these people are watching your every move to get gossip. They're nosy. They want to know what's going on. These people want to know what is going on with your life because they don't have anything better to do. They're so concerned with your success that they can't even focus on their own, right? And that's a huge problem with our society is, let me put my nose in somebody else's business because I don't want to deal with my own. My own life is too hectic. It's too chaotic. There's too much going on. There's too much yuck stuff that I don't want to deal with. Or if I have to deal with myself, that means I have to sit with myself, my own feelings, and actually heal that. And that's not necessarily a journey that a lot of people take seriously. They'd rather deal with their beliefs in the way of, oh, this is what I believe, this is how I'm going to live my life, and if you don't care about that, then I'm just going to worry about your business then, you know? Like, it's, some people just, they feel entitled. That's the thing. They feel entitled to tell everybody else how to live. And no human on the face of the earth is entitled to tell any other human how to live. So we had Yang energy come out here for you guys. It's proactivity, expression, doing, and forward motion with Aries, Gemini, Leo, Sagittarius, Libra, and Aquarius energies. So yeah, you guys are moving beyond and forward out of this old energy, and it's like coming up into success. This feels so much like success to me. You guys are shining. You guys are glowing up here. It's like no longer are you in the darkness. Like it's like all lights on you. The spotlight. Look, we have the sun. Guys, I didn't know the sun was on the bottom. We have the sun coming through with self-expression and embodying your truth. Look at that confirmation. I was just drawn to pointing out the sun, and then boom, the sun is on the bottom here. I can't with you guys. I can't. This is great. I love your guys' reading. I'm in it to win it. No, you guys are learning how to express yourself. Express yourself. Oh, you know what? What's that movie? Get On Up. Have you guys ever seen that movie? That is such a phenomenal, phenomenal movie. Like, I love that. I'm going to get 2 of these. I did get 2 for pile 1, so I'll get 2 of these for you. But yeah, that's what you guys are learning how to do. Express yourself for what's good for you. Like, that's been your whole reading. What's good for you? Yeah, you guys are activating a new life. Like, you guys could be quantum jumping. You guys could just be coming up into your dreams or manifesting finally. But whatever it is, you guys are closing the old and coming into the new. It's like, it doesn't matter if somebody is judging you. It doesn't matter what people are saying. It doesn't matter. Like, you guys are in your lane. You guys are living your best lives. And that has these people in a twist. Look, I can't. Look, we have turn on your heart light coming out, guys, with 36. Number 9, bringing a cycle to a close. It's not yet closed. It's not yet completed, right? 10 is the completion of the cycle, but 9 is like bringing it to that end place where you guys can work on completing it. And it's like, reflect on a time when you experienced love. It's like, this is what's going to happen for you now. Moving forward, you guys are going to be the embodiment of unconditional love. Whether that resonates with everyone in your life or not, because it's not. You're not for everyone, right? People are going to look at you and be like, oh, you're selfish. Like, you don't care about other people. You only do what you want to do. Guess what? It's my life. I get to live it how I want to. I don't have to live it by someone else's standards, no matter what you choose. Okay? Like, and that's the thing that really can irk a lot of people. Let me tell you, pile 2, some people, they just can't be, they can't be hanging with that. They're like, I gotta tell you how to live. People really feel like they're entitled to tell people how to live. And let me tell you what, the first question to ask them is, okay, if you are entitled to tell me how to live, then I'm entitled to tell you how to live. And what's the first thing that person's going to tell you? Well, it's my life. Exactly. You see where I'm coming from? I had to do that once with finances. Here's just an example for you guys. I had some family members that were so concerned about my finances. They had to know how much I was making, how much I had in the bank, what I was spending my money on, this, that, and the other. And I was like, okay. I was like, I'll tell you what, I'll give you a breakdown of my finances when you give me a breakdown of your finances. And you know what they told me? It's none of your business. I said, you see the conundrum that we're in right now? I'll tell you what, they never asked me again. After that, that was the last time. And that's exactly how people treat your life. They want a breakdown of how you spend your time. And let me tell you, time is the most expensive thing that you have. That's the most expensive thing that you have. Not money, not your valuables, not your material things. It's your time. Because once you spend it, you can never replenish it. Like, it'll never come back. Ever. Not once. Okay, so I'm just going to go with this. Definitely feels like the affair. I'm going to leave this out. I was going to show you guys that. I'm just going to leave it over here for just a second. What do we have? Yeah, stop lying to yourself just so you can stay. So there's this need to just always be honest with yourself. If this is a family member or if this is a loved one, a friend or whatever, remember, there's nothing that you can do in this life to prove to them that you're worthy of their admiration. There's nothing. They're not going to wake up one day and be like, oh, pile 2, you're the greatest. You've done everything. You're so strong. You're so amazing. Like, they're never going to wake up and say that because they can't even feel that way about themselves. And every time somebody has an opinion, a judgment, or something, a gossip, whatever it is, it's always a reflection of themselves. But they have to shine the light on someone else so that it's not pointed at them. And that's exactly what's coming through here. Look, and then we have, I'm sorry, you made me realize that I too had to grow. Yeah, so there's this sense of growing here. Now, I did have one come out on the bottom. I'm actually not going to show you guys it. It's just, like, I'm kind of, I don't know. It's man who secretly sleeps with other men, and that's that taboo energy coming through here. I don't know if this is actually, like, something you guys can take at face value, or if it's just, again, that confirmation of what I got at the very beginning. There is something about an affair here, something that feels very secret, very taboo, and that's what this feels like here. I wasn't going to show you guys, but they wouldn't let me not, so they're like really bothering. You know how Source gets sometimes. Source gets really like, hey, you gotta, I brought it out for purpose. And it's our choice to say no. It is. I should have said no, but I didn't. So don't take it at face value. That's not saying that you're a man sleeping with another man. That's not saying your lover is sleeping with another man. That's not what that means. That is just a confirmation of the taboo energy that we got with the dice here with the 8th house and Gemini energy. That energy of like, oh my gosh, there's something that no one wants to talk about, or it's something that someone wants to judge. Because everybody is so busy judging everybody. Like, your guys' pep talk is all about judgment. And you guys got the judgment card. Like, I can't with you guys right now. Look, we have number 13 coming out with connection, tarantula. And I feel like this goes back to that stop lying just so you can stay. It's like, if this is a connection that's in your life, look at how it's making you feel. It's like nothing you can do can take this web away. Nothing you can do can release you from this unless you let yourself let it go, right? And I understand letting go of family, letting go of friends that have been in your life for a long time, if they don't resonate with you anymore, like that can sometimes be one of the hardest decisions that we make in life. But sometimes people grow with us and sometimes they don't, right? And that's okay. That's just part of this journey. What is it? Time does not equal loyalty. Let me tell you guys, time does it never equals loyalty. You could be with someone for 30 years and they can betray you worse than somebody that you've only known for 6 months. And that person you've known for 6 months will be the most loyal person in your life. So never ever equate time with loyalty. Look, and we have number 1910. Yeah, again, you guys are completing this cycle, but we're finding reliability with goat. You guys are learning to be reliable on yourself, right? Like this is finding that strength and stability, that structure within yourself so that you guys can show up and do what is best for yourself. And that's going to rub wrong with some people. We have iceberg submerged because right now people are only seeing what they want to see. They don't see the struggles that you've had to go through. They don't see the upsets that you've had to go through. They don't see the energies that you're dealing with, the people, the conversations that have been had, all that stuff that's beneath the surface, right? People only see what they want to see. Because, again, if they saw the rest of it, either they'd use it against you or they would shut up. But there's no saying which one it would be. Look, and we have Green Man Synergy. Yeah, I love this. You guys are coming into a very synergistic time in your life where things are going to start flowing as they should. And then synergy is always just that reminder that without one, that dualistic energy, without one, the other would not exist, right? The easiest way to break this down is like the bees pollinate the flowers, and the flowers give them the ability to allow their hive to survive. It gives them honey. It gives them the pollen to create, or the nectar that they need to create a sustainable life for themselves, right? So you have the sustainability in life that's coming through here with the synergy. It's like you guys are learning how to sustain your life, but it came from knowing this type of connection. It came from the hardships that you experienced with this. I love this card came out for you guys. We have number 29, which is 11, and 11 is a very spiritual number. It is a divine number. It's connecting with, it is it's the first master number in the sequence. And so you have this energy of really connecting with the divine, but this card says forgiveness. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. Whoever hurt you guys, whoever judged you wrongly or harshly or whatever it was, if you guys hold on to that and you choose not to forgive, all you're doing is keeping those shackles on your hands, and you'll never let go. And you guys will always be in this place of reliving that pain over and over again. And it will come up in different ways in your life, whether that's through people that come into your life, a situation that comes into your life, family members that come back into your life, whatever it is, you'll keep repeating this cycle over and over again. And the quickest way to end a cycle is to forgive others. And we must learn how to forgive ourselves, because we're human. We're going to do very human things. And when we see ourselves as human, it's easier for us to see others as that same thing, as human, no matter what they've done. Forgiveness isn't saying that what you did was okay. Forgiveness is saying, I choose to let this go because I choose not to hurt any more from this. It's over with. I can't change it. You can't change it. I'm forgiving to let it go. You know, and one of the things that I do mention, I've told many, many people who've asked for my help in situations, this thing. Say their name and say this, or write it down on a piece of paper, whatever is easier for this. And I know I've said this on my channel before, but saying this, say their name. John Smith, I forgive you for hurting me, for you did not know what you did. I forgive you and I let you go, and we are both free. And on that same paper, or in that same line, say your own name. I forgive myself for hurting me, for I did not know what I was doing. I forgive myself and I let it go, so I am free. Okay, because it takes two to tango in any situation. And so if you're in a bad situation, remembering that you still played a part in that. Like, it's not the other person's fault. It's not your fault. It took a combined effort. Okay? And it's like, even if it was intentional, it doesn't matter. It was still a combined effort. And so it's like that forgiveness is so strong and is so powerful, and it is the way to bring in the only thing that matters in life, which is unconditional love, which means I love you because I love you, not I love you because you did this. I love you because you acted the way I wanted you to. That's conditional love. Unconditional love means I accept, I approve of you as you are in this moment, knowing that you're the expression of source that you're meant to be. That's it. So what's your guys' card here? We have number 21, which is 3. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. I love this. And you guys are healing. This is generational curses you guys are healing. It's like going to take time, though. We have these clock cogs here. It's going to take some time, but you guys are going to come into this fresh new beginning of being able to connect with the divine on a greater level and really be able to spend time with yourself. Like, I feel like this is seeing yourself to the bare minimum. Like, what is left after you strip away all the layers of the onion? What is left is your love and who you are at the basis, and really connecting with your third eye here. We have the fall leaves here, which is like letting go of the old so you can make room for the new. You know, a tree doesn't hold on to its leaves for its whole life. It has to let go, because if it didn't, it wouldn't be able to be renewed in the springtime. Right? So I'm going to read this to you guys out of the book. Let's see what she says. It says, in the chaos of modern life and the constant fluctuations of our minds, it can be difficult to remember that a sublime sanctuary lies within. Yet it is always there. Beneath the ceaseless activity, there is an endless, vast spaciousness that restores and connects us to something greater, something that exists outside of time. Some might call it eternity. Within that sanctuary, sacred sound is felt rather than heard. The sacred sound is actually the reverberating heartbeat of the entire universe. Your own heart's rhythm sounds within the greater universal heartbeat. The totality of life, all of your being, can be felt as one through listening to and feeling for the sacred sound of the beating heart within you. It is through this heartbeat that we experience a love that is more than preference or attachment. This is the love that inspires, energizes, and moves us to create, even beyond what we once thought was possible. Your love for life, the need to feel alive, to express yourself. Wasn't I singing that song? Express yourself. Oh, I love that synchronicity. And the quest for that which is truly fulfilling. These are the sacred urges that rebel against fear and promote passion for being alive. They flow through your blood and can be felt through the beating of your heart. The message for you is there is the way of the mind, which can make mountains out of molehills, even when it thinks it's turning mountains into molehills. Then there is the way of the heart. It is the subterranean and moves subtly beneath possible obstacles, intelligently shifting with exquisite sensitivity, sensing the way forward through dangerous pathways and responding to what is before it even occurs in the physical world. However, with the heart's intelligence, we cannot see and know in the same way what we do when we allow the mind to direct us. We have to be open to another way if we want to benefit from the innate intelligence of the heart. The mind sees, plans, and strategizes. The heart feels, responds, senses, and intuits. When we walk the path of the heart, we must feel and respond rather than plan our way. It is a different way to live and create. It is closer to the earth and to the source of life itself. It is not for those who are lacking in courage and trust, but you are not one of those. You are being asked to trust your heart and drop into it. The mind is important, but it cannot supplant the heart. The role of the mind is to serve the truths of the heart, that is, to create the spacious chamber of receptiveness into which the sacred rhythm of your heartbeat can sound. Deep within you, you know what to do, and you know what is true. It matters not whether the mind and its plan seems to agree with your inner sense. Your willingness to trust your heart and to rebel against the fear will serve you well. Let your heart lead you. Be sure of your faith and trust in what you feel. This is the thing, like, you guys are letting go of this idea. It's like, I have to be what everybody tells me to be, right? What I was saying, like, you guys have already been rebelling against that the whole reading. And it's like, now you're understanding that when you guys embody your own truth, it doesn't matter if it resonates with someone else. This is your journey to live. And as you live that, you guys will grow and you guys will expand and you guys will blossom into the being that you were always meant to be, which honestly, in its truth, isn't anything. It's just becoming unconditional love for ourselves and for others. That's what the truth is of being human, is that we're here as a spiritual being having a human experience. To learn to not be directed by the fears of the world, to not be directed by what other people are saying. It's to be directed by our heart and to know that our heart is true. And what we feel within, it is my right to feel. Like, I feel like you guys could benefit from saying this. It is my right to feel. Because it is. However you feel is just right. And it's not anybody's place to judge you on your journey. Okay? This is what I have for you guys, pile 2. I hope that this resonates. If it does, please hit that thumbs up button down below. Subscribe to the channel. Set that notification bell so you guys always know when the next video does get uploaded. And with that being said, until the next one, stay human. Bye, guys. Hello, my fellow humans that chose pile number 3. This is for those of you guys that chose this rock right here. This is going to be your reading. So I'm going to just state before we get into it, because the first 2 piles were pretty intense, and that's okay. I don't mind that at all. But I am going to state at the beginning here, this is a trigger alert. So if you guys are really easily triggered and you don't like that, that is okay. I'm just telling you guys before we get into the reading. I completely understand if you guys need to check out another reading or another tarot reader. I understand that as well. But also remember that if you're led here and it does trigger you, it means that you're ready to hear these messages, and that's why Source led you to me, okay? So just keeping that in mind. If this is resonating with you guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up button down below. Subscribe to my channel. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell so you guys know when the next video does get uploaded. And with that being said, let's go ahead and start with the dice reading and ask what your pep talk from Source is. So what is the pep talk for my pile number 3, Source? What would you like them to know? What is the pep talk for my pile number 3s? What messages do you have for them at this time, Source? What would you like them to know? And also keeping in mind that these really are just messages, things that you guys can observe, look at, see. It might be things that you've already experienced. Everybody's at a different part in their journey, so just keep that in mind, guys. They have been very informing, though. That is for sure. Not quite what I was thinking they would be at all. They never are. All right, let me see if I got these in frame. It's all kind of weird. There we go. Okay. So we have 8th house, Aries, and Pluto energy. Okay, so there's a lot of mystery with something. Okay, so with this Arian energy and the Pluto energy, there's some kind of mystery that's coming up in your guys' life with a new beginning. Something that's transforming in your life that you guys might not actually be aware of. Right? Like, you guys might not even know that it's coming. It's something that I feel like you guys have worked on for a long time. So whether that is your spiritual journey, whether that is your self-love journey, whether that is your mental state, your mind, your body, right, your health, all these things, or just connecting with your chakra system. I hear heart, like that was the one that came through right now, is your heart. Just learning how to love again. There are a lot of energies coming through here, guys, but this definitely feels like there's a mystery about to unfold before your eyes where you guys are going to see something new happen. This could be finances. This could be anything like that, right? Like, you guys could even inherit something. A mortgage, a loan, a house, a building. I see like a business building or like maybe an apartment building or something, a hotel. Oh, I did hear a hotel right now. So it's going to be different for everybody, but that's what this is involving. It's just some kind of transformation that's about to occur in your life that is hidden. And they're wanting you guys to remember that there is going to be some sense of competition here with this transformation, to not get too impulsive here or not get aggressive or feel self-centered and entitled to this. This is actually a gift. Okay. And no matter if it's something that you were promised, no matter if it's something that, you know, like has been written in a will or anything like that, nothing in life is guaranteed to us, and we should never ever feel entitled for it, because when we feel entitled for it, there's always this energy that comes with it, remembering it can easily be taken away just as easily as it was given. And so this is the reminder that's coming through here with Source, just really kind of playing on that a little bit, just not being too entitled with what you're about to receive, no matter what it is. It doesn't make you any better than another person. It doesn't put you in a position higher than another person. No matter our title, our wealth, our living situation, what we own or possess in this world, it does not actually put us higher or lower than any other person. We're all human. We're all experiencing the same life from our own perspective and having different situations that give us different lessons on life, but that doesn't make any one of us better than another, okay? That is a message coming through right away. There is an energy to be brave here, because there's going to be some kind of leadership that's attached with this, some kind of like authoritative position, or you guys are going to have control over a situation that could affect people, okay? So I keep hearing, don't get dizzy on a brick, okay? And that's just saying, like, you've stepped up in your position and not to get dizzy about it, not to let it go to your head. stay compassionate and to stay the person that you are. Remember what it was when you guys were at the bottom and bring that type of energy into this. And as you guys do, you will allow yourselves to really truly be a kind and gentle person in this matter, whether that's you guys taking care of tenants, taking care of a business, taking care of a financial situation for you and yourself and others, whatever the situation is. It is very, very mysterious. You may be getting property that is with like a sibling, like maybe, and I really, really apologize if this is what happened. Maybe you had someone pass away recently in your life. That's not to say that someone's passing away in the future, guys. I'm not here for that. I'm just saying, like, maybe you guys have experienced death in your family recently, and there's a will attached to that where you and some siblings or you and some family members together are going to inherit some type of property. And there's this feeling of staying level-headed here, because with the Aryan energy here, when Aries in their shadow, Aries are very aggressive and cruel and like fiery in the worst possible ways. Like they can get really crazy with their energy, and that's the type of energy they're saying to avoid here. Okay, and it's not that you guys really do fall into that, but there can be this sense of really, really getting self-centered and egotistical when it comes to this situation, this transformation that's coming. Okay. Yeah, there's something about here. This could be maybe something that is like the occult. Something subconscious is changing for you, perspective, the way you see things. You guys maybe are digging out deep emotions within and really healing some aspect of your life. And remembering that this is your journey, and really to lean into that and know that this is a gift. And as you guys understand that that's a gift, it will help you guys stay away from things that are very destructive. This feeling of needing to be in control or really obsessive about what's happening around you. Whether that is spiritual transformation, physical transformation, financial transformation, monetary transformation, material transformation, it does not matter. Whatever kind of transformation this is, it is so important to stay humble as you guys move forward, because this literally, I cannot stress it enough. This is Source saying, this is my gift for your hard work. But sometimes we get given a gift like that and it goes straight to our heads. And so they're just reminding you guys, whoa, sorry, I didn't mean to go in so close there. They're just reminding you guys not to let it get to your head. Let me zoom out and let's get some cards on it and see what else is coming through for you guys. This feels very like rooted in the 3D. For some of you guys, it is spiritual, but this feels very rooted in the 3D rather than the 4th dimension and 5th dimensions. So let's see. Yeah, look, I split the deck and we have the Devil come out in the reverse. Like, this is very material. Like, this is... And again, with that obsession coming through here, I'm just about to shuffle, and this is what comes through as the Devil in reverse. It's like really paying attention to these obsessive temptations that are out there. Like sometimes you'll inherit a lot of money and you'll want to go and blow it on things that don't matter, rather than paying off your bills and getting out of debt and saving and investing it, right? And it's like, just really pay attention to what's being brought into your life and understanding this is not something that... I keep getting that it can easily be taken as away as it was easily given. Like, that's the energy that keeps coming through here for me. So let's see. What for pile 3, Source? What's the pep talk for pile 3? What messages do you have for them? What would you like to tell pile number 3, Source? What other messages would you like to tell them? I keep seeing Swords cards. So they're saying, like, this is definitely a truth in your life. This is something I feel like you guys have been waiting for a while, though. That's like... Whatever it is, it's like you've worked really hard, or it's just taken a long time to get here. And that's why I'm saying, like it wasn't anything that, like, if it was a death in the family or like a death in recent times, it's like not anything that you wished for, right? Like, that's not what it feels like. This just feels like that. It just took time because you were written into a will. And for the will to ever take effect, you knew it was going to take time to get there. Like, and if it was a spiritual journey, it's just like you knew it was going to take time to get to the result that you were looking for. And now it's coming. And it's like that. And again, if you guys have experienced death in your family or death in your life at all, I'm so sorry. And I definitely send out not just only my condolences, but I do send this prayer that you guys are surrounded in light and love at this time, and that there's support that comes to you guys, because it's never easy to experience death. Whether it comes with a gift, quote unquote, or not, because oftentimes most of us feel like what we want in life is the one thing we can't have, and that's that person back. No material item will replace that person, right? So I am sending my heart out to those of you that may resonate with. But let's get some cards out on it. Source, what other messages do you have for pile number 3? Thank you. I need to take this ring off. My hands are cold and my fingers get smaller when they're cold, and so now it's too loose. Source, what other messages do you have for pile number 3? Okay, thank you. What's the pep talk, Source, for pile number 3? Wow, that came out like crazy fast. All right. What do we got on the bottom of the deck? We have the moon. Like, again, that secrecy. Like, this is something that's very secret, mysterious. It's not out in the open. This is something that's subconscious too. The moon is tied to our subconscious. So this absolutely could be a glow up for you guys. You guys could be in the ascension process. And I do want to point out that for those of you that are on the spiritual journey, ascension is not a one-time thing. Like, ascension happens multiple times, because we can always change our perspective. And that's what really ascension is just seeing things with a greater eye of love. And so we go through transformations constantly in our life. The more we grow, the more we have a chance to open up to that Christ consciousness, which is unconditional love, right? And so this is that energy of really connecting with yourself at this time. There's a transformation that's coming that's really huge for you guys. Let's see what we got in the cards. Yes, I love this. This is a gift from Source with the 3 of Swords here in the upright. This is Source saying, this is my gift to you after a huge time of struggle with the 10 of Swords reversed here. Like, this is a huge struggle. You've been exhausted. You've been like, this is deep emotional anguish coming through here. This is like feeling like things will never work out for you. But you see, you have this laurel branch behind this sword here. This is like Source saying, through the hard times, I'm bringing you guys assistance. I've been here for you. I've been here with you. I've stepped with you. Like, I keep hearing footprints in the sand right now. Like, that's the thing. It's like when you didn't realize Source was carrying you, Source is carrying you, and your prayers have been heard, okay? Yes. Look, and it's going to make you feel good about yourself. Whatever's coming is going to make you feel so good in life. You're going to feel confident. You're going to feel secure. This is like excited for what's next. You guys could come into a period of where you're just going to be like creating like crazy. But it's almost like you guys have been working towards something for a long time. And this could even just be you guys buying some property or whatever it is, but it's taken a long time to get to this point in life. And it's like, this is help from Source coming in saying, I'm giving this to you as a gift so that you guys no longer are in this time of pain and suffering, so that you guys have a reprieve. Like, that's what this feels like, a reprieve from the heaviness of life. And we know that it's ebb and flow, right? Like, there will always be highs and there will always be lows. And it feels like you guys have been in a low period for a long time. That's what this feels like. I apologize. I need a drink of water. Wow, I was so thirsty right now. It's important for you guys to drink water. Like, I was not that thirsty this whole reading, and then here I am on your guys' reading. I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm a beached whale. Like, I gotta drink some water. But you guys have been in this situation for a long time. That's why I keep saying spiritual, especially with the moon here. You know, the moon is connected to our emotions. Yeah, and it just feels like nothing ever worked out for you. And then we have the 10 of coins coming through with the chariot behind it, guys. This is all about something that's very spiritual. This is something that came from the spirit realms. This is not something that you guys could have painted into existence. You could have imagined it, sure, but what's coming is far greater than you could have ever imagined. And it's bringing with it some sense of stability. And it's like you guys had been in this place of maybe like being your own worst enemy, but not just being your own worst enemy, like Maybe there have been moments when you just literally just stopped working towards it because you're like, what is even the point? Like, it feels like it's never coming. And now it's like you, but you still showed up because it's like your faith grew and your faith got stronger. And it's like, you know, with faith, I know I just have to trust that it's coming. I just have to trust that I'm taken care of. I just have to trust. But it's like sometimes that just have to trust is what weighed on you. It's like, I don't want to trust anymore. I need to know. Like, I need to know that this is happening. And it's like, even though you were like, I need to know, and it didn't come, it's like sources like, just hang in there. And you, for whatever reason, like your heart kept guiding you and keeping you in this place of faith of knowing, holding on until I can't hold on anymore, and still holding on and holding on until I can't hold on anymore, and still holding on. It's like your heart kept guiding you to do that. Like, you guys feel like warriors. Like, this feels like very like much like a warrior energy to me. Like, you guys never gave up. That's why I keep getting led back to the spiritual. Like, they're showing me, yes, property. So maybe some of you guys have wanted to be property owners. Like, you guys want to run a hotel, or you guys want to have a apartment building, a business complex. I keep seeing it on the ocean, like oceanside businesses and stuff like that. Like, this is what I keep seeing. And maybe that's not what everybody wanted, right? But it's just like something that's really big like that is coming in. And it's going to be greater than you could have ever imagined. And that's the thing. And it's like going to come at the perfect time. And it's always in divine timing, right? Even though we're human, we want to know when it's coming. We want to know exact moment that it's going to show up. That's not for us to know. And then we also want to know the how. How is this going to work out? How am I going to get this, right? And those are the two things that God has taken care of. Those are the two things that Source takes care of, that has nothing to do with us as humans, but we're curious by nature. We're nosy by nature, and we want to figure that stuff out. And so it's just like you guys had to let that go and surrender to this process. And that's what's coming through here. It's like Source is like, I'm giving you this gift and reminding you that I sent you there to serve me. And you guys have served this purpose. Whatever your highest truth is, you guys have found that. And that's that being in service to Source, right? That's that highest purpose that we have, being that embodiment of unconditional love. And you guys are truly coming into this space of embodying that. And it's taken a long time. It's really taken a long time, whatever comes with that, right? And everybody's at a different point on their life. Yeah, there was this lack of healing. It's almost like, so the example that they're giving me is like, say you guys have been on a self-love journey, and this is just an example, okay? Everybody's in a different journey, but say you were on a self-love journey, and you've just been trying to see yourself with eyes of love and accept yourself and accept your flaws and accept the good things and accept everything, but just from a place of acceptance. But it's like every time maybe you didn't show up to work out, and that was a day that you just really beat yourself up, and it really was hard for you to show up the next day, right? But you still did. You pushed through, but you were still beating yourself up because you didn't show up yesterday, and your workout just turned out to be way harder than it needed to be. Right. And so now you guys are coming into this place of understanding that the ebb and flow, like I keep seeing the ebb and flow energy coming through here. It's like saying that, you know, this balance of understanding some days you're going to be 100%, other days you're going to be 50%. But what matters is you gave 100% of that 50%. There are going to be days even still where you feel like you're only at 5%, but can you still give 100% of that 5%? And that's what you guys are coming into understanding here and seeing. And that's a gift. Like, what a gift this is. Okay, thank you. Look, some of you guys, this is financial stability. Regardless, though, there's this grounded energy here. It's like knowing that you guys can manifest whatever it is that you want in life, because this is like renewed faith. That's what this feels like to me. It's like Source coming in and saying, I'm renewing your faith in me. I'm renewing your faith because you've shown up and you've done the work. You've taken your duty seriously. And because of that, I'm helping you renew your faith in me. You know, but if we look at the process of things, it takes it so long for us as humans. We're so impatient, and especially in the society that we live in, everything that we get is so immediate. We can have immediate food. We can have immediate movies. We can have immediate whatever, right? Even a car. You can go and buy a car now in a matter of minutes. You can buy it online and they'll deliver it to you. Like all these things that are at our convenience and super speedy. And the thing that never changes is Source, right? Source will always take the time that Source takes, because If we got everything that we asked for, say you asked for it today and you received it tonight, you would never appreciate it. Like, there would never be a sense of like gratitude for it because you would take it for granted. And you might say that you wouldn't, but in truth, you do. Because think about something that you wanted to buy and the idea to buy it came and you went and bought it that day. Do you still appreciate that thing as much as you did when you first wanted it? No, you don't. But think about something that you had to earn, something that's taken time. Exactly what we're talking about in this reading. Something that has taken time. You guys are going to truly appreciate it. Like, this is like fall on my knees and raise my hands in gratitude because I'm so thankful for what you brought into my life. Like, I just feel this sense of relief and just like, oh my gosh, this is what I worked for so long. And Source came through. Like, it's almost like wondering, is this journey even worth it? And then suddenly you guys get the golden ticket and you're like, oh my gosh, it is. Like, now I'm a testimony for people. Like, now I can tell people this is how it works. You just gotta, and it's like, that's what's happening here. I feel like Source is making you a testimony to this journey, whatever it is that you guys are experiencing. Let's get another card out on it, Source. Thank you. I want it to come out this way. Yeah. There were moments, like, again, we have the Nameless card coming through here. So for some of you guys, you would definitely recently experienced a death. Like, this is not future prediction, okay? This is what you guys have gone through. And you guys, maybe you haven't heard about it just yet or anything like that. Or you guys have just recently heard about it. Or it's just kind of in the works of the will. That's the Nameless card, can be death, but it also denotes transformation. But with it in the reverse here, we're talking about something that really broke your heart. This is something that was like, whatever this Queen of Coins represents, whether that's material, finances, love, self-love, whatever she represents to you, you guys have been in anguish and grief and hurt and pain and loss and suffering because of this situation. And for those of you guys that have experienced death, like, it's like, while there's a blessing that comes with it, it's also so tragic because it's like, the one thing that I want back in life, I can't have, right? And so it's like dealing with this grief right now and it's heavy heart. And it's like, how can I ever feel good about it when right now I'm struggling just to deal with right now, right? And death is not easy. Death is not easy. I can tell you guys that with the bottom of my heart. I sincerely send you guys out an energetic hug right now, and I just pray that you guys are super surrounded by supporting people right now, because that's so necessary to our healing journey and healing our grief. And this is also just saying that you guys couldn't find stability within yourself, right? Like, the situation just left you feeling unstable. It left you built on shaky ground. Like, it's like, this is something that was just very hard. And it's like, with him swinging his scythe this way, it's like this energy of like, I'm just ready to stop because it doesn't feel like it's worth it. Right? And that applies to both sides. It's like, it just didn't feel like it was worth it, whether it took all this work to get there, whether you lost someone to get there, whatever it is, the situation didn't feel worth the outcome. But what's coming for you guys is this knowing and this understanding that it's exactly where you're meant to be, and this greater perspective of life for you guys. And in that, there's a true appreciation that comes with that, even though it might be melancholy. Okay? Yeah, so we have the 8 of Swords on the bottom here with the Knight of Cups. Yeah, there's like this anxiety and fear that's been overtaking you. And it's like, again, with Source coming in, I feel like Source is represented by this Knight of Cups here, just saying like, I'm sorry. Like, if you look at him, his face, he just kind of looks so sincere and genuine, even though he has one of the most shallow loves in the deck, right? That's because his cup is so shallow. But at the same time, it doesn't make him less genuine than the King of Cups. He's just not as emotionally mature as the King of Cups. But it's almost like this is how it feels like. Source is just coming with this little offer to remind you of why you chose this journey. And it's like, understanding that it's not the have-all, be-all, end-all, the answer to everything. But it is the answer to one of your prayers, something you've been wanting for a long time, and it's going to make you feel a lot better where you're at. So let's see. Let's get some oracle cards on it, find out what's going on. What else? Source, can we get some oracle cards for pile number 3 here? your guys' reading is heavy, but even though it's heavy, like, it feels like such a relief. Like, I just feel like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders in this. Even if there's still sorrow that comes with it, like, there's still just a deep weight that's been lifted off your guys' chest and your shoulders in this journey. And look, regardless, I can't. Okay, I'm going to bring the deck over so I can show you guys what I just saw. So I was going to show you the bottom of the deck. I was just going to take that card and I lifted it off, and underneath it is ocean, ebb and flow. And I've been talking about ebb and flow this whole time. I kept seeing this card. It was like I kept seeing it and kept seeing it. I was like, this is what it feels like. This good times and the bad times, the good times and the bad times. But what has it created in your life? Summer solstice with radiance. You guys are shining. You're shining your light. You're shining your love. You're shining your guidance. And sometimes it just takes someone who's willing to keep their candle lit to light others' candles, right? To show them the way. And that's not always easy. That doesn't make this journey easy. You know, it's like having faith. There's this plaque that I have in my bathroom that when my mom got diagnosed with cancer, one of her friends gave her. And I think I've said this before, but if you guys haven't heard that, that's okay. Anyways, and I don't tell you guys that to make you sad or anything, okay? Like, after she passed away, we put it in the bathroom, and it says, faith makes things possible, not easy. Okay, and like that's what this is. It's like my mom's passing was probably one of the hardest things that I've ever endured, besides my brother passing away. And it's like in this, it's almost like this energy of understanding, like I had to come to terms with they took the greatest sacrifice in life so that I could become who I'm meant to become. Because it was through that grief and that sorrow and that pain and the loss that I found myself. But I would have never found myself if I hadn't experienced those humongous losses in my life. Right? And so that's what I feel like you guys are experiencing. Even if you haven't lost somebody, that's the type of grief that you guys are feeling right now. It's just so heavy. And then there comes the perspective along the journey that you understand why it had to happen. So we have number 3 on the bottom, which is strategy, red fox. Yeah, there's like, this is like a cleverly designed plan by Source. You know, I always mention that Source is the artist in life and the canvas, and we're just a color that Source chooses to paint on the canvas, and we all have our own unique color. And when you get to see even just a snippet of that canvas, like you sit there and wonder, because you're like, I could have never I could have never thought this up with my human mind, because it's so big and wonderful and beautiful and just so profound, right? And that's because we're not the creator. We're just an expression of creator. We have air here, open-mindedness, objectivity, and learning. Yeah, so you guys are learning to have this open mind. You're learning to come through life and see things just not as it is. Never taking things at face value, but seeing the whole. We're in 3D, right? Everything is in 3D. There's so much more than what we just see right in front of us. And being objective, like not just running out and saying things have to be one way because that's what you believe. It's just like being open to all sides of the situation. It may seem like punishment, but it's not. It's to build our character, and it's to help us to really receive all of life. Because if you can only, like, if you're never able to relate to another person, you're lacking the one thing that makes us human, is that humanity, right? Humanity is the ability to relate with others and to be kind and compassionate with others. But if you lack that in your own life, we lack what makes us human, and we're all human here to experience what it is to be human, right? So we have romance on the bottom, 25. Lavish the one you love with personal attention and affection. So some of you guys are getting a partner here with, that's what this is saying. But also this is reminding yourself that through this, you guys are getting a gift, and don't be afraid to lavish yourself. Like, you guys have kind of left things as they are for a while. Maybe you haven't taken care of yourself as much as you normally should. And with this coming through, allow yourself to really lavish yourself on the journey. So look, we have Glamorama coming out, hard worker, Gucci ruby shoes, and whole caker. Guys, I cannot make this stuff up. Again, talking about lavishing yourself. She got her Gucci ruby shoes, and she eats a whole cake if she wants to, but that doesn't mean that she's not a hard worker. Right? This is a song, Glamorama. You guys can look it up. It's by Bryce Vine. And he talks about it. He's like, she's a hard worker, though. She be her own supporter. It's money, sleep, money, eat, money in that order. Like, he talks about it, and it's all about her working hard, but she still enjoys her life. The song is kind of like, it's all over the place. It does talk about her taking drugs and stuff, but it really talks about her. She's on the strip driving round $800 cars. Like, she's in this lifestyle, and that's just because she knows she deserves it, right? Look, and we have don't put off until tomorrow what need be done today. So making sure you guys are always staying true to your journey here is so important for you guys. Let's see what your oracle says. Tree, grounding. This is as above, so below. As within, so without. And it's like your guys' root system is reflective of how you guys show yourself in the world. So if you guys are depressed or feeling down and out, that's not something outside of you. That's something within you. And so making sure that you guys are maintaining and grounding yourself in this physical world so that what you bring to the outside world is a truth of who you are within. Look, and we have cave, sanctuary. Yeah, it's important for you guys to create at this time. Didn't I say that you guys were going to be in this energy of creation? And then we have the cave, sanctuary card, and it's all about creation. He brought his paints. And I was talking about painting this, source being painting this beautiful canvas. And then here we have this guy who brings his paints into this cave. He lights the fire because he knows he's going to be there for a while. And he's there by himself creating paintings on the wall, right? Like, that's what he's doing. He's got these little bowls of paint down here, and he's painting on the wall. He's making his images on the wall, whatever he's doing here. It's like, I love that synchronicity coming through here. What an amazing synchronicity. Look, and we have 36, purpose, shark. As I was saying, like, you guys, once you go through this, you're going to be able to help others. Like, part of your purpose is to help raise the vibration of the world. Not to stay in this place of fear. Like, I feel like you feared yourself for so long with this shark here, and she's part shark, right? This is like feeling like you feared yourself for too long and you haven't given yourself enough room to be who you're meant to be. And so now you guys are really moving into this place of your path of purpose. And knowing that you're protected with number 21 here, right? And we have number 3 coming out again. It's like, this is saying that you guys are protected. Your guides are with you. Source is walking the path with you. You're lighting yourself on fire with this light behind this Ankh here. It's like, and the Ankh is a symbol of protection as well in ancient Egypt and Egypt. And it's like, you guys, I don't think you realize just how powerful you are just yet, but you're going to come into this awareness, and that might frighten you a little bit, but at the same time, it's remembering that this is part of your purpose, and that you're so, like, nothing can harm you. Nothing can harm you unless you allow it to harm you. Like, and that's the strength of us understanding our true abilities. What else do we have? Scorpio energy. We have Scorpio with the 8th house here. Intensity, exposing, purging, and renewing. I love this. Yeah, you guys are purging the old and letting things come in. That transformative energy is coming in here. We've got the skull and the butterfly up here with the snake. There's new beginnings, new creation coming in here. You guys are really looking into the depths. You know, and Scorpio energy is all about diving in to the depths, what people don't want to look at because it's scary. But that's what's happening here. It's like you guys are just kind of being led there, or you've chosen to go there, or it's just a part on your journey where it's just something that's meant to happen at this time and in this space, where you guys are coming into this understanding of the depths and the darkness that's within your subconscious and understanding another part of yourself. So we have number 7 coming out here with the only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus back to love. So just remembering to come from that loving place. And again, that confirmation that you guys are coming into your own true path of purpose, which ultimately for all of us is to be the divine expression of unconditional love. That's what it is. It doesn't matter what we do. It doesn't matter what's going on in our life. What matters is are we being an expression of unconditional love? And that's what really matters. We can choose what we want to in this life, right? But at the end of the day, are you able to really, really lean into this idea of accepting everyone and accepting yourself fully, and knowing that there's nothing you can do to change another person, and there's only everything that you can do to change yourself, but that doesn't make you less than or not worthy. You're exactly what you need to be in this now moment. So we have, what do we have here? Come to life. Look, painting again. Guys, oh my gosh, I love this with the 43, which is 7. 7 is a lucky number. It also, when it comes in reverse, it does talk about how you'll receive luck if you choose to change what it is that you're doing. But I feel like you guys are already on the other side of that. You've chosen to change. Look at how this monkey's holding the paint, and she's painting herself into existence. We've got the snake here. Snake may be very a very profound energy for you guys right now. Shedding of the skin, right? When you think of a snake, they shed their skin. I know a lot of people are afraid of snakes, but they offer a lot of symbolism for our lives if we allow them to. Also, monkey. And then what do we have up here? I'm not sure what this bird is up here, if you guys can see. Right there. So that might be significant to you guys. But yeah, it's like this painting, like what was I saying? Like you guys you have a vital part to play on this canvas of life. And we have the painting come out so much. I didn't even know what that was, guys. I never know what the card is until I get onto your reading and I see it with you guys. So I'm just as surprised as you guys are. Oh, I love that confirmation though. All right, let me read this one out of the book for you. Let's see what she has to say. All right, I hope you guys can see that. It says, you are the most sacred of all sacred artworks. You are bringing yourself to life now, and this is how it must be. Of course, something being essential doesn't mean it will always be easy. You must support yourself and have courage during this process. Your monkey mind is not to run the show. It might have a lot to say, and at times it seems very convincing, but it is not the one in charge. Your mind can inspire you with ideas. However, it is the real you that speaks through your rebellious sacred heart and is living your life, not the monkey mind. The mind is not much more than a swirling cacophony of habitual reactions. Beneath habitual thoughts, there's a deep, sensual, creative, and energetic awakening happening to you. It is so far beyond what the mind is now capable of controlling. Others might not like it because it shakes things up. Coming to life tends to do that. However, it is happening now, and the only real choice you have is to make is how to deal with it. Coming to life means feeling. It might bring joy, but it could equally bring sadness, rage, or fear. And that's exactly what I talked about. For some of you guys, this is a really happy experience, but for others of you guys, this is kind of sad. Like that melancholy, like energy that's coming with it, and that like bittersweet, right? It's like bittersweet. That's what I keep feeling. It could bring all of these and more. Feelings will come and go quite swiftly when allowed to flow. You might need to paint, write, enact rituals, sing, or dance your feelings to help the energy flow. Don't hold back. Create the space for yourself to do it. In this process, you are uncovering the artistry of the universal creator. Guys, these synchronicities are off the chain. You are honoring the sacredness of life by exploring it without restraint, and that includes the flow of your feelings. You don't have to do anything with them other than express. You may want to analyze, or you may not. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you're getting in touch with feeling. Learning how to access your feelings allows you to learn how to access your intuition, creative inspiration, and genuine internal guidance. These aspects flow from the same place and are often couched within your feelings in the form of emotions as well as physical sensations. The journey underneath the mind and into a sensual emotional connection with your feelings, emotions, and body is for a sacred purpose. It is the part of your path. You are one of the sacred but powerful minority that have chosen to come into a body and live consciously within it. That may seem like it applies to everybody, but when you experience it for yourself, you will realize that this is actually rather rare. There are plenty of bodies without a spirit really residing within to care for, love, and honor them as a sacred animal. Fortunately, this minority is powerful enough that it can keep human culture in balance, but only just. We need every single one of us that is capable to be aware of the task and move beyond the mind and into the body. This is especially so if you've drawn... Okay, sorry about that. Let's see here. To come to your sensuality, you will need to anchor your experiences. You may be blessed with relationships that are conscious enough to be interested in your journey in a constructive rather than controlling or undermining way. If so, talk, converse, share. If not, then you will need to be more resourceful in how you support yourself through your awakening process, at least until you attract some more conscious connections into your life. It is likely that these connections are already on their way just because you are working with the energy of this card. This is especially so, let's see, if you've completed this healing process for yourself. Okay, so I think that's about it here, guys. It's just going to go into the healing process that it has. Yeah, you guys are painting your life. Like, this is you guys co-creating, and co-creation. Co-creation is oftentimes it's so beautiful and sensual and genuine and authentic, and equally so, it's sad and hurtful and painful, and it feels like we're in a place of loss because we go through so much, and we have the egoic death, and we have that place where, okay, now that we've had the egoic death, what comes into play here? It's our spirit. It allows more room for our spirit to embody this physical vessel. And so it's not necessarily comfortable because all our life we've been pushing away our spiritual side, and we've been told what to do, how to live, how to act, how to be, what we need to say, what we need to wear, who we need to look like, who we need to be like. Like, we've been told what it is that fits. And our spirit is the last thing on the place, like the last being within us that ever will fit. The uniqueness of our spirit is meant to shine, but that's uncomfortable for such a huge majority of the world. And so right now, you guys are coming into this place where you're shining so bright, right? We had that with the radiance here. And you guys are learning how to co-create your life, but that doesn't mean that it came with butterflies and rainbows, right? Sometimes it means it came with thorns. And yeah, the rose is still beautiful, but the thorns sure hurt, right? So give your guys self space and time to really integrate what's coming in and rest. Don't be afraid to rest. And knowing that creation is still rest. Creating things that make you feel good. That's still finding a place to rest. But also getting out in Mother Nature is so important for you guys because you guys will be able to connect with the divine spirit within. This is what I have for you, Pile 3. I'm so honored to be here doing this reading for you. I hope that it resonates. If it does, hit that thumbs up button down below. Subscribe to my channel. Set that notification bell so you guys always know when the next video does get uploaded. And with that being said, until the next one, stay human. Bye, guys.